Hey, all you jazz fans out there in the night. This is Jimmy Rudolph coming at you live. Not undead, but alive. I'm alive with WZMB Jazz at 3, and we are broadcasting from the historic Tribeca Studios in New York City, the greatest city in the world. And in case you missed the lead, folks, I'm alive. There was concern over some tainted coffee that I drank, but although the coffee transformed some 5,700 people last week, it didn't get me. The New York Post calls this the tragedy of the century, and I guess they're paid to be pessimistic, but the good news is I'm alive, and apart from a glancing machete wound, courtesy of the overzealous Chris Kick-Ass Danziger,
he apologized.
Yeah, that's my producer, Jamie Bogart, folks, coming to the defense of her beau, and that's just beautiful. And I don't hold a grudge, J-Bo. Life is too short to focus on the 7 stitches above my clavicle. Well, there's bad news everywhere, fans. And if that's what you're looking for, one sickening tragedy after another. But I gotta tell you, it is great to be alive. It is great to be out of quarantine. And it's great that we're not zombies, and that J-Bo is in love, and that we got King Oliver to help us make us through the night. And it's just great to be alive. Mr. King Oliver, jazz fans. And Zombie Central reports an outbreak last night at the New York City Ballet. West Side Highway's clear, but Broadway is closed from 59th Street to 72nd.
Yeah, I heard about that last night on the way in, Jimmy. Opening night for Swan Lake. Marina Petrova, the prima ballerina, turned into a zombie just as her character transforms into the Black Swan.
Whoa.
She took out the entire Bolshoi Ballet Company, as well as half the audience. It was fucking awesome.
And Lincoln Center announces the rest of the run is sold out. Good news for the ballet. Just keep an eye out for zombies in tuxes and ball gowns clustering around Zabars. But let's earn our keep with our sponsor, J-Bo.
Broadway Zombie Boots announces the BZB Steel Toe Road Warrior. Zombie tested. We will wait to your specs, left or right footed. Starting at $199.99 at Broadway Zombie Boots everywhere. 10% off with a date stamped NYPD Zombie Kill certificate. The BZB Steel Toe Road Warrior. We're Truckador!
And in the studio now, Commissioner Blunt from Police Plaza. Commissioner, thanks for coming on. What do you got for us?
Need to get the word out, Jimmy. There are no vacancies on Rikers.
Vacancies? Rikers at prison.
Exactly. But ever since that city council memo got leaked, saying the proportions of killings on Rikers were far lower than the city at large, we've had a spike in criminal activity. New Yorkers are committing crimes just to get into Rikers.
Rikers Island is safer than the city?
It's impossible to escape from Rikers, Jimmy. But that makes it difficult for zombies to get in. Guards are putting in for transfer there. It's crazy. So, from now on, you gotta commit a dangerous felony to get sent to Rikers. Misdemeanors, don't cut it anymore. And none of that arson, counterfeiting crap. Only premeditated murder, armed robbery, and forcible rape need apply.
Well, thanks, Commissioner Blunt. And there you have it, jazz fans. A lot tougher now to get into the safest gated community in New York City. Safer on Rikers than in my own bunker. Huh.
Don't get down, Jimmy. I'm sure your shower's safer. Besides, you're alive, right?
You're right, J-Bo. And on such a beautiful day, let's hear from the man Louis Armstrong called the soul of jazz. Joe King Oliver, jazz fans, and Canal Street Blues. Another game changer, folks. In a city where dead bodies are piling up like garbage bags during a sanitation strike, medical waste disposal is always an issue. Well, now, according to this Truckador press release, zombies not only eat but thrive on medical waste. In the Long Island zombie pits, second and third generation zombies have been fed a steady diet of decomposing flesh and toxic fluids, and the little buggers go nuts over it, sometimes devouring each other to get to the last scrap.
Jesus, Jimmy, they should sell tickets to that.
Now that, right there, that's what I'm talking about. There is a positive and successful application of the old Hindu concept of turning waste into treasure.
No Riker town here. We would rather die on our feet than live on our knees under the boot heel of Julian Riker and his thugs. If Riker becomes mayor of New York City, We, the citizens hereof, promise to collectively and simultaneously commit suicide in the streets of our beloved boroughs. No Riker town here. This message paid for by citizens for suicide if Riker prevails.
Wow. They will give radio time to anybody, even the crazies.
So people are killing themselves over the election?
Only the Democrats.
Well, that's just great. It shows commitment, right? Dying for your ideals is a noble thing, even if that death is self-inflicted. Ah, screw it. Let's hear some King Oliver. I should have turned into a zombie. I bet they don't get depressed.